taking some time now to settle the body, sitting in a comfortable position, making sure that you feel steady and balanced and comfortable in whatever way works for you. The spine straight and head and neck are aligned with the spine. Eyes and mouth are lightly closed. Hands are on your knees in a mudra of your choice, and shoulders are back and down and relaxed to open up the chest. And take a long, deep inhalation. And when you exhale, separate yourself from the events of the day. And again, another long, deep inhalation, a full yogic breath in, filling the abdomen and the chest and upper chest with air. And then gently release the breath. And as you do, also release all of the conversations and interactions you've had today, whatever form they've taken and whatever space, let them all go. And one more time, another long, deep inhalation. And this time, when you exhale, also release any thoughts or feelings of obligation of things you need to do outside of this class. And just allow yourself to be right here and right now. And returning to the natural breath. And bringing the awareness to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And visualize the glow of the flame cascading down throughout the body, filling the entire body with light. And keeping this visualization, we'll now chant Om 3 times in Om Shanti and the Shanti mantra to pay respect to the wisdom traditions and to each other. Breathing in for Om chanting. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahe Tejasvinat Vaditamastu Ma Vedvishabahe. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. And maintaining the visualization of light. And the focus for this class will be on preparing the body and the mind for deep sleep. And while we won't sleep throughout the class, by the end of the class, you will be in a state of stillness and ease to get you ready for a soft slumber. Let's begin first with shoulder rotations. Sitting up straight and bringing the arms out at shoulder height with palms facing the sky, placing the right hand on the right shoulder, left hand on the left shoulder, elbows together in front of the body, and bring the arms up, back and down, exhaling on the downward movement, and then bringing the elbows together in front of the body again, Complete up to 7 rounds in each way, but really slowing down to get yourself ready for rest. Trying to coordinate the breath with the movement, inhaling on the upward movement, exhaling on the downward movement. Observing the release of tension in the upper shoulders. After your final round, bringing the hands back to the knees, and just observing the movement of energy. We're now going to do some shoulder shrugs. So we'll do 5, bringing the shoulders right up towards the ears, holding for a few seconds, and then let them drop again. Up, holding for a few seconds, and then drop, releasing all tension. And inhale as you bring the shoulders up and release. And again, just observing. We're now going to move on to the neck. So be very gentle with these movements. Try to first feel out your range of motion and be very smooth in the movements. To begin with, we'll inhale and then exhale, bringing the chin to the chest, releasing the muscles at the back of the neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bringing the head back to where is comfortable for you. Feeling the release of muscles in the front of the throat. Come back to center. We'll complete another 2 rounds of this practice. When you've finished your final round, bring the head back to center. And then we're going to bring the right ear to the right shoulder. But in doing this, don't try and lift your shoulder up to meet the ear. Just keep your shoulders down. Inhale. When you exhale, bring the right ear to the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And we'll complete another 2 rounds. Really slow, smooth movements. And on your final round, come back to center. And then we'll do a full neck rotation. We'll do up to 5 rounds in each direction. So inhale and then exhale, bringing the chin to the chest, bringing the right ear towards the right shoulder. Inhaling as you bring the head back. left ear to left shoulder, exhaling as you bring the chin to the chest again. Really slowing it down, observing the release of tension on all sides of the neck. Now, when you've completed your final round, keeping the eyes closed, take a long, deep yogic breath. Retain the breath for just a couple of seconds and then very gently release the breath and then return to the natural breath. And we'll now move to Tatali Asana, the butterfly posture. Coming down, again checking in your posture, bringing the feet towards the buttocks and then putting the soles of the feet together. If you can bring the feet closer to the buttocks as you can. Now, clasping the hands around the feet, allow the knees to fall towards the floor. Check in with your posture. And just at first, allow the hips to open. Just allow gravity to do its work. You're not pushing the hips open, you're just allowing them to gently unfold. And then now inhaling, bringing the knees up towards the arms. Exhaling, again allowing the. We'll complete up to 10 rounds of this practice. Again, trying to coordinate the breath with the movement, aiming for that body, breath, mind connection. After your final round, very gently bring the knees together and bring the legs down so the legs are straight, back to base position, and placing the hands behind the buttocks with the fingers pointing away. And just observe, closing the eyes and going within and observing the effects of the practices so far. We'll now move into Ujjayi Asana, the cat posture. So coming onto the hands and the knees, ensuring the hands are directly below the shoulders, knees are below the hips, spine is straight, head and neck are in a neutral position. Inhale, bring the head up, arching the abdomen down towards the floor and pushing, stretching through the arms. Exhale, head between the arms, arching the back up towards the ceiling. This is one round. Complete up to 5 rounds. Again, a very smooth and fluid movement. Observing the vertebrae, the stretching in the arms, all the different effects of this practice. Slowing it right down. After your final round, come back into child's pose. Bringing hands out in front of the body, forehead on the floor. You can either have the hands beside the legs, whatever works for you, but release into the position. Let go. And observe the mind. And now lift the buttocks up so that you place the top of the head on the floor, putting pressure on the crown chakra. Ensuring to keep the breath going. And now gently come back down into child's posture, Shashankasana. Again, releasing to the floor. And now come up very gently and lie on the back in Shavasana. Again, allowing the body to melt into the floor. Legs are hip width apart, all tensions released from the legs and the feet. Arms are a little bit away from the body, palms facing up. Eyes and mouth are lightly closed. Now bringing the hands either out at shoulder height or placing them behind the head, as long as the elbows can reach the floor. Bring the feet just in front of the buttocks, knees together. Inhale, and then when you exhale, bring the knees together, keeping the feet in contact with the floor. Move them towards the right. So knees are down on the right side of the body. Head can remain in a neutral position, or you could turn the head gently to the left. And just breathe into the position, observing the twist of the spine. You'll notice with each exhalation, the body moves more gently and easily into the position. Now inhale, knees and head back to center. Exhale, bringing the knees to the left, head to the right. Again, allowing the body to ease into the position. Complete another 4 rounds of this practice. Very slowly. After your final round, come back into Shavasana. Again, taking your time very slowly. And be winding the body down. Now the mind is the witness, observing the body and the thoughts after the practices so far. Now bring the knees to the chest and massage the lower back. You might want to go side to side or rotate the knees gently in each direction. Complete up to 10 rounds, releasing the lower back. And then when you're done, come back into Shavasana. But this time, have the palms facing down. In Shavasana with the palms facing down. Inhale and bring the arms at the same level, stretching out at shoulder height. And then Bringing them back behind the body, exhaling, completing a full body stretch. Then inhaling, bringing the arms at shoulder height, stretching through the arms. Exhaling, bringing both arms back down to the floor, palms on the floor. Complete another 4 rounds of this practice. Again, slow, smooth, gentle movements. And then when you finish your final round in your own time, come back into Shavasana. Our pranayama practice will be lying down in Shavasana. So we'll move from pranayama straight into Yoga Nidra. So if you do need anything to help you with that transition, please get that now. If that's a cushion or to put under your knees or a blanket to keep you warm, whatever you need now, very gently and mindfully get yourself ready. And so lying in Shavasana, first just observing the natural breath and allowing the breath to regulate from all of the practices so far. And observing how on the inhalation, the abdomen fills with air, and then the chest. And on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And our first pranayama practice will be Viloma, which is a staggered breath. To practice Viloma, it is essentially a yogic breath, and the first stage will be where we stagger the inhalation. So we inhale to the abdomen and pause, chest, pause, upper chest, pause, and then the exhalation is one long unbroken exhalation. So we'll do that 5 times and then we'll switch it. So then the next stage is to complete one long unbroken inhalation, filling the abdomen, chest, and upper chest with air. And then the exhalation, you will exhale from the upper chest, pause, continue the exhalation of the chest, pause, and then complete the full exhalation from the abdomen. Complete 5 rounds of each stage and then return to the natural breath. And after you've completed and you are at the natural breath, we'll move into Ujjayi Pranayama. And so Ujjayi Pranayama is where there's a slight contraction at the throat, and they say the breath sounds like a baby sleeping, a slight snore, or even the ocean. It's like breathing in and out through the nose, but it's just allowing some contraction or friction at the throat. And now release the Ujjayi Pranayama, returning to the natural breath and preparing for the practice of Yoga Nidra. Just rechecking that you have balance between the right and the left side of the body. All tensions released from the legs and the feet. The palms are facing the sky. You may like to tuck your chin in a little to check that there's alignment between the head and neck and the spine. And take a long deep inhalation, and on the exhalation, allow the body to melt into the floor. And one more time, another long deep inhalation. And this time releasing any expression on the face, just checking in that there's no tension in the jaw or behind the eyes. And feel the body's contact with the floor, beginning with the heels and the back of the legs against the floor. Feel the buttocks against the floor. Feel the contact of the back of the hands and the arms, all the way up to the shoulders. Feel their contact against the floor. Feel the back, feel each vertebrae and the sides of the back against the vertebrae. Feel their contact against the floor. And feel the back of the neck and the back of the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact really make one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. And become aware now of sounds. Listen first for sounds that are way off in the distance. Don't try and identify them or name them. Just move your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. Bring the sound awareness a little closer now to sounds outside the room where you are. Taking the same approach, just moving the awareness from sound to sound. Bringing the sound awareness even closer still to the sound inside the room where you are. And now bringing the sound awareness even closer to the sounds inside the body, beginning with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now move the sound awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally, repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body. Listen to my instructions, and when I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there. Visualize that part and mentally repeat the name of that part, beginning with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. And moving now to the left side of the body, left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger, palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left, waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now to the back of the body with the heels, back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. Moving now around to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the eyes, the ears, the cheeks, the nose, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat, the right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest, the right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel, the right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin, the whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together, the whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Release the body rotation now, bringing the awareness back to the natural breath and observing how subtle the natural breath has now become, and also observing the rise and fall of the navel as it responds to the natural breath. And we'll now add a visualization to the natural breath in the following way. You're visualizing your breath as a soft wave, gently lapping against the shore of your body. With each inhalation, the wave slowly rolls in, cool, calm, and cleansing. It travels up from the toes, over the legs, the hips, spine, chest, and to the crown of the head, washing away the tension of the day. And with each exhalation, the wave recedes, warm, slow, and heavy, drawing out restlessness, tightness, and fatigue. Feel the breath like the ocean, the tide rising and falling within you, softening every cell, every thought, preparing you for deeper rest. Release the breath visualization now and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels as though it's sinking deeply into a soft mattress. The body feels heavier, the limbs feel heavier, the torso feels heavier, even the eyelids feel heavier. The body is feeling heavier and heavier, like it's sinking deeply into a soft mattress. Release this feeling of heaviness now and replace it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body is feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels weightless, as if it's filled with air or light floating just above the surface. There's no tension or effort, just the sensation of being suspended in gentle space, just like a feather drifting in slow motion. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. Release this feeling of lightness now and exchange it instead with a feeling of coldness. The body's feeling colder and colder. The body feels the sensation of cool silk sheets brushing against the skin. A fresh breeze through an open window on a cool evening. The breeze brushes against the cheeks and the fingertips. The body's feeling cooler and cooler. And release this feeling of coolness now, replacing it instead with a feeling of warmth. The body is feeling warmer and warmer. The body feels a comforting warmth spreading across the body like golden sunlight through the window, warming the skin. The body's feeling warmer and warmer, like golden sunlight is warming the body through the window. And release this feeling of warmth now and release all of these sensations completely. And allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium, back to its normal state. And instead now, come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize and create the following objects and images. You are walking through a quiet forest at night. The sky above is a deep indigo, scattered with stars. The only sound you hear is the soft crunch of leaves underfoot and the steadiness of your peaceful breath. The air is crisp and scented with pine and moist earth, and each breath feels like it's clearing space within you, cooling, quietening, and calming. You arrive at the edge of a still moonlit lake. The water is perfectly still, reflecting the full moon like a silver mirror. A gentle mist hangs above the surface, glowing softly in the moonlight. You sit at the lake's edge, the earth beneath you cool and grounding, The moonlight glows on the skin and the breeze caresses your face. Every sense is soothed, and the scent of water and earth, the hush of the night, the shimmering of the moonlight. You lie back on a soft patch of moss. The ground supports you completely. The moon rises higher, casting light through the trees. The air grows still, perfectly still. And as you gaze up at the stars, you feel your thoughts drift like leaves on the surface of the lake, slow, quiet, and then gone. Here in this moonlight stillness, you are weightless, timeless, and at peace. The breath is soft, the mind is quiet, and the body is ready for deep healing sleep. Let go. Let everything go. There is nothing to do, nowhere to be. You are home. And you take now this feeling of deep peace back with you to your mat and call to mind your Sankalpa. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And feel the breath again in the body. Allow the breath to deepen. And observe the movement it creates in the body. Check in with your body now and observe how you feel at this moment. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the details of the room you're in. Remember the time of day. And hear the sounds around you, and remember the world attached to those sounds. And very gently make small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to gently externalize. And begin to move and stretch in a way that's right for you. And if you're ready, you can gently come up to a sitting position, or if you'd prefer to stay where you are, allow yourself to continue to relax and finish the class lying in Shavasana. Taking your time, trying to keep the peaceful state you've created to get ready for when you need to rest deeply. And together now, bringing the awareness to the eyebrow center. At this point, visualize a steady candle flame. And again, visualizing that candle flame, the glow and the light from the flame, filling the entire body with light and peace. And together now we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude the class. Breathing in. Om. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.